The long-awaited return of HBO's Game of Thrones comes back on tonight at 8 p.m. for Season 7. So the trailer starts off with Sansa Stark walking through the Were trees, looking kind of determined and fierce. And then a voiceover from Littlefinger is basically telling her to trust no bitch. Then the trailer takes us to the wall where we see a gate opening, almost as if it's saying winter is here and a bunch of crazy stuff is about to go down. Then the camera takes us over to Jon Snow, who looks like he's ready for a fierce battle with the creepy, crazy, crawly whites and white walkers who have been baby snatching past seasons. Then the tone changes a little bit as we go to a warmer southern King's Landing, where we see the crowd receiving someone. Their hands are shown clapping as if they're happy about whoever it is that is arriving. That's when the trailer gets messy because they show Cersei Lannister look over her shoulder like, who is this that just arrived on my property? Who is this? I have a gun and I live in Texas. Then they show Dany putting her hands, running it all across the map like this is my land and I've come here to conquer it. Then they show a close-up of Dany's face. Her face in the close-up looks more reserved instead of petty or gleeful like we would expect, since we've been right along with her the last few seasons as she's gathered dragons and other kind of armies and stuff through lots of filler episodes, making us wait before the great big battle in Westeros. Well, then next the trailer takes us to a beach scene where we're seeing some unknown people setting something up. Part of me wants this to be in Old Town because Old Town is by the sea. And Old Town came into play last season when Samwell Tarly went there to learn at the Citadel from the rest of the Maesters. Of course I loved it because they had that big fake Beauty and the Beast library. Arya makes an appearance on horseback, looking older, wiser, stronger, and ready to use some faceless man magic voodoo to stop the White Walkers and to also help out her family. Maybe, if they cross paths. Jaime Lannister is seen with his back facing the camera as he walks into the sun and it silhouettes him, almost as if he's going to do something to be a martyr or earn a new nickname besides the Kingslayer. Then we see a scene of Littlefinger doing what he does best, lurking and meddling with things from behind the scenes. The trailer takes us to an aerial shot of the dragons flying, and we know that they're going to play a big role this season, along with Tyrion, who is going to be helping Dany conquer Westeros and give her insider tips on how to fight Cersei. Lady Brienne and Podrick are back from the mission Sansa sent them on last season. As we can see, they've returned to Winterfell. We get a quick action shot of the Hound fighting someone from behind, and I'm hoping that it's a White or a White Walker that we get to see him on screen with. Jaime Lannister and Bronn are seen on horseback with what looks like to be the Tarly army from Hornhill, as the sigil closely resembles one of the archers. Then we see the Night King facing off against Beric Dondarrion with a flame blade. And I really hope #Flameblade picks up later on in the season when it actually comes out. Hopefully we get to see some great action scenes by sea as we see the Greyjoys approaching with their black sails and their Kraken-bearing sigil. And speaking of battles, there'll probably be some really epic fight scenes this season. We see a clip of the Unsullied army rushing a battle door. We also see the Dothraki and the dragons flying. Let's be honest, a lot of people are going to die because there's a lot of action promised this season since they cut down the episode count to a lower number so they could focus more budget per episode. Which is similar to Season 6's Battle of the Bastards episode, where they spent more of the money on a long drawn-out fight scene instead of more filler episodes. The trailer ends with a voiceover from Sansa Stark, as if to say that the North and the Stark family will actually have the last say in the battle between the living and the dead. The last shot of Jon Snow against an army of White Walkers holds weight because it seems to be a foreshadowing that he is one of the last hopes to save the world. This is proven because the R+L=J theory last season showed that he is not actually a bastard, but a true Stark and has King's blood. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you'd like to see more.